banks in India are failing. So many a times we have seen that RBI putting restrictions in so many banks. After PMC Bank, the trend continues. So why PMC and other cooperative banks are failing in India? What are the larger implications of this? We'll discuss all that. But before that, I would like to request you to kindly subscribe to our channel Knowledgist. So before I start, let me tell you that in recent years there are so many banks that are failing, so many cooperative banks that are failing. Now this is the time for a bank in Karnataka, that is Deccan Urban Cooperative Bank, UCB, and UCB is treated as a cot above all other cooperative banks. It seems that they are better capitalized in terms of other cooperative banks, but this is not the case. These banks are also failing in India. So the main reason behind this is the liquidity. They are not able to match their they are not able to adequately do their asset liability match, and they are not adequately capitalized, and they are not adequately reserving money, reserving their capital for the future shocks. So these are the reasons for which the banks in India are failing. And let me talk about the restrictions. Now Reserve Bank of India has put rupees 1000 withdrawal norms. Maximum rupees 1000 can be withdrawn by the depositors till the end of 6 months, right? So and after that, if customer wants, they have the loan accounts with this bank especially, they can exercise their right to set off. That means if they have an outstanding of 2 lakhs in their loans and they want to and they have the deposit of rupees 1 lakh with that bank, they can exercise their right to set off. They can write to the bank to square off their balances in deposit account to the loan account. That means they will have a total loan outstanding in this bank rupees 1 lakh after 1 lakh is being set off. Okay, so this is the norm, but government assures that 98% of this depositors' money is secure due to the increase of the DICGC amount, that is deposit insurance. That deposit insurance now stands at rupees 5 lakhs. So maximum depositor in this bank are low scale depositors, hence small depositors you can say. So the money is secured for 98% people. But what are the implications? So it tells me that in future the banks that are not adequately capitalized, the banks that are not worried about their liquidity position, like you have seen in Basel norms, liquidity coverage ratio and NSFR. These are two major things, net stable funding ratio. These are the two major things that are being emphasized by this Basel committee, and also Reserve Bank of India wants banks to be adequately capitalized. Okay, so if banks will not maintain that in coming days, what will happen? Banks will fail. So it is advisable that even in rural banks the things are going to come out, because many rural banks now slipping to RRB in focus, that is PCA for RRBs. So may this contagious disease of failing banks may continue further. So it is time for Reserve Bank of India to realize that banks like Kerala Cooperative Bank are essential. The small banks will not work. Small cooperative bank, there is a large scale corruption going on. Okay, so I have been advised by one of my relative who is into a cooperative bank. He told me once 5-7 years back, he told me, don't go for public sector bank jobs, don't go even for State Bank of India, join a cooperative bank and you work for 3-4 years and you will enjoy rest of your life. That means what large scale corruption is going on there. And in my last bank I have seen a cooperative bank chairman, previous chairman of a cooperative bank, has come to this bank, taken 3 housing loans in the name of his family members, and after that he has never paid a single amount. So people join, and not everyone, so many of my students are from cooperative bank, not everyone, but people, the workforce is mainly relying on the corruption money. So that is very detrimental. So even in a few RRBs I have seen that the large scale corruption is going on. So this is going to be very bad for the health of the survival of these type of banks. So it is advisable that people should start, unions should start a movement to make bigger banks. Okay, so big banks to fail, banks should be big enough to fail. So this is our take. If adequate measures are not taken in due course of time, then things will slip out of hand. Though in the year 2020 government came up with a measure, that is Banking Regulation Act Amendment Bill 2020, in which they had tried to put cooperative banks under the supervision of Reserve Bank of India, but it seems that it is not working properly. They have to come up with more rigorous rules, or they have to cancel all the license of cooperative banks. They have to seize all the license of the cooperative banks, or they have to merge them into the real ones, because nowadays people are not relying on small banks. People want all type of services, like from wallet services to everything. Yes, there is a chance of RRB being merged, but apart from us, I think there are very few unions or few people, those who are raising the voice of merger. We have presented a presentation, we have given a presentation, and the things are working out. From last 1 year we have tried our best for this RRB merger. If RRB will not be merged, I can guarantee that they will go with the way these cooperative banks going on. I can write in a paper that these banks will fail. These banks have to be shut down in very few days. So it is wise, and it is wisely advisable to everyone, with every stakeholders, to start push the government for a merger. Okay, so otherwise you will see in coming days many cooperative banks will be shut, many RRBs will be shut, or they will be reverse merged, or something like that will happen. Okay, so one state one RRB is not going to work. One state one RRB is not going to work, Balaji. It is not going to work. Okay, so this is all in this edition. I have very limited time. I was keeping very busy with my students, so but I find it very much informative, and this reminds me that the way we have presented this RRB merger issue, then the privatization issue, this is in line with that conversation. I put this forward, but things are going to be out of hand if big banks are not created. Working in small banks is not going to be safe. I am telling you, the future in small banks are not going to be safe for anyone. So please start the moment, tell the stakeholders, tell the influencers to take this forward. This is a caution, this is a reminder that I wanted to give to everyone there. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget to subscribe. And we have our RRB GBO batch. The joining link is there in the description. You can find it out. So thank you for being with us. Thank you.